Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here. And got a couple things on my mind right now. I was in the gym, getting my GT time yesterday in gym time, and I was talking to one of my partners who I work out with in the gym. And I was talking about the Valentine's social that I did last month that his folks attended. It basically was an old school DJ gig that I did, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I like to do more of that, a lot more of that. And I was telling about this unit that I want to get, which is a combination of both MPC, which is for those of you who aren't in the know, a music production center. It actually allows you to create beats, samples, and drum rolls and all of that, just if you were actually in the studio, to enhance your sound along with the accompaniment of the music. And I told him, I said, if I ever got that, it would be a game changer. Today I actually went to the site I was going to get it from, and they actually have a smaller version of that. I'm still debating about getting it. Right now, I don't know right now. I'd love to get it, but I told him I had to sell off at least one or two of my other controllers before I even think about it. And I'm almost to that point where I'm ready to do it. Because I actually want to replace, I'll talk about shopping on that another time, but I just wanted to say that it's my desire to be able to upgrade my little side DJ business, because I want to be able to do more and bring in more clientele. It's not a big business. It's just something I just do for fun, but I would like to expand it. But what I want to talk about, it's just a desire that I have. Nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5, a regular 9-to-5 job, especially if it's something you love doing. But for some of us, it can be a mixed blessing. For some of us, it can be something you really love doing, but doesn't pay as much, and it may require you to have a second job, even though you like the primary job, and keep it going, and it may inspire you to do something on the level, maybe you want to start your own business or own services related to that job. For others, it may be a big mixed blessing if it's a job that you're doing that you don't like but pays well. So it all depends on who it is and who you are and what you're doing with it, and how it's benefiting. I love DJing. I really do. I have a lot of fun doing it. I have so much fun doing it. Especially when you see the surprise on people's faces, like, wow, oh, that's my jam. When I started playing some of the older jams at that function, people like to lost their mind. I'm talking about big time. So anyway, I was thinking about how when you have a desire to do something, like, I'll give you an example, and I can't help but bring this up. A prime example would be somebody like Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry and myself have dealt with some of the same issues that you come from a dysfunctional background, and so do I. I won't go into all that. I will say this: when he was growing up, and as he got older, I think he's from New Orleans. Yeah, he is. He's from New Orleans. But anyway, or raised near there. But what I was saying, I'm trying to say is that there was a time in his life where people doubted him. And I can personally identify that. I used to have aspirations of stuff a lot different than what I'm doing now. And that's fine. But the thing that bothers me the most is the fact that when you have certain aspirations, and especially when you're in the black community, some people tend to have doubts about you being able to do it. You know, they do all the time. They're like, you ain't gonna do this. Oh, you ain't gonna do that. You know. Oh, you ain't really doing them grades. Oh, come on, man. I mean, my thing is, you're gonna always have people like that. And the bad part about it is you're gonna always have people like that in your family to tell you the same thing. You know, that's happened to me. That's happened to me on numerous occasions. Numerous occasions. Fuck you, motherfucker. For real. I am not going to let everybody be bully me on this damn road. It's not going to happen. They're riding up on your ass. Anyway, that's a prime example of that. People are always trying to con you out of doing something, or con you into doing something that you, or try to force you to convince you to do something you don't need to be doing. That was a prime example. Some asshole speeding on the road. You know, you are not about to endanger my ass when there's a cross section where cars are coming from the yield side, and I gotta slow down because some of these fools won't slow down when they see me coming up. Not gonna happen. Good. Got caught in traffic, bitch. I'm just saying, but this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. People always try to con you into something that you don't want to do, or out of something that you don't need to be, that you wanted to do, or something that you know. In other words, it's always about what they think and not about what you feel. You know, because I've been in situations like that, man. But I grew out of that to a point where I said, no, this is what I'm going to do. You know. But he, despite the fact that people didn't believe that he was going to be this playwright, that was his dream. He put his heart and soul into it, and it paid off. It paid off big time. And he didn't care whether people liked it or didn't like it. He wanted to build the audience for the people who did. He wasn't doing it for just anybody. He was doing it for the audience who was into what he was doing, into what he was building. You know, and he built it so fast. I remember Tyler Perry. I heard about Tyler Perry from all the way back from the. Wow. He came to prominence like around the late 90s. I first heard about Tyler Perry by 97, 98. I went to go see him in 99. Now I went to see him in 99, and he made the announcement when we saw him. And my wife and I saw him in 1999 at a play at the Warren Theater out here in the DMV. That he was getting ready to get create a series for television, and he said he had deals from Fox and CBS. Didn't know about the TBS deal. He didn't mention it at the time. And about 5-6 years later, out popped House of Pain. You know, then Meet the Browns. Then what was that? For Better or Worse? Have and Have Nots. Love You Is Wrong. What was that? Love Thy Neighbor. He's been. I mean, I forget the other one. Too Close Home. I mean, all these shows came out, you know, as a result of that, because of one man's dream. He never gave up. He persevered and never gave up. And I'll give him credit for that. Like I said, I know some people feel some kind of way about Tyler Perry now. Some people think he sold out. Although I'm not really saying or feeling that he sold out. I don't completely go along with that, but you know, I've heard some stories, but most of the stories I don't know if it's true or not true. I'm not going to try to substantiate it or talk about it. But I do know this. Tyler Perry was someone who had dreamed and dreamed big and dreamed hard and never gave up his dream. And he worked at it and worked at it and worked at it and worked at it and worked at it. And he didn't give a damn what anybody thought about who he was or how he felt or what he was trying to do, and you didn't think it was going to be good enough to do it, because we always have a low self-esteem as African Americans. Sometimes there are a number of us that do, Let's be real about that. Some of us don't, but a lot of us do. And a lot of us start from the home. Let's be honest about it. A lot of y'all may not agree with me, and I don't care. But a lot of us start from the home. If you're not building your children up, especially mentally, to be a somebody, or build them up to believe that they can be somebody, they'll never think that. They'll never believe it. That was the one thing that I always try to instill in my kids. Even when I had to give them tough love at times, I always told them, I'm hard on you, but I wasn't really that hard on my son. I was a little hard on him, but let's be real. These kids today, you can't spoil a ride, a spare child spoil a ride. You can't. You can't afford to now anymore, man, because they're easily influenced anymore. Probably more easily influenced than any other generation I've seen. And maybe that's the reason why my kids are how they are now, turn out the way they did, because of the fact that I try to be fair about things for the most part, and I did give a little leeway, but I actually also was firm about things that I had to instill in them to make sure that they were on the right straight and narrow. Had to. Sometimes as parents, you can't be best friends with your kids. You have to be the parent. Being the parent is the top priority in your child's life. That's all there's to it. I think now, because my son's an adult now, I mean, we kind of like buds a little bit. But it's 2018. He's grown now, and he's earned it. And I mean that. He's earned it. But that's another story. I'll talk about that another time. Anyway, but the thing of it is, I'm trying to get some gas. I guess I can't get over here. The thing of it is, man, you have to believe in yourself when no one else believes in you. And that goes for family and friends, because you'll have friends who will doubt you. What hurts, though, for me personally, is I've had family doubt it. And I've talked about it. I don't have a problem talking about it now. I really don't have a problem. I don't care who knows. It's the truth. To me, that was all the more reason to just say, I'm going to do what I got to do. I don't give a damn whether you believe it or not. And I really don't give a damn who you are, whether you believe it or not. All I know is I believe it. And that's all that mattered to me. That's all that really mattered. Because at the end of the day, eventually it's going to be your life in your hands at some point where you're going to have to take responsibility for your own actions. It won't be theirs. That's why I always said you got to believe in you. You have to. And I can honestly say that one of the things that kept me believing in me at some point was my faith. It did. I would pray on it and pray on it and pray on it. Sometimes I cry a little bit and pray on it. I still do it today. Because, I think that children should be built up. And I don't mean built up like, they just let them get their way. I mean built up like you have to, you have to keep them kind of grounded, man. They can have their fun. And I've always said that. One thing I did allow my kids to have was fun. But I also kept them grounded on things you need to do and balance yourself off. Generation I came from, it was all about being grounded, staying grounded, and you couldn't do much of anything else. I'll go into that another time, But by the same token, when I kept for every time I tried to keep my kids grounded and let them have a little fun, I always instilled in belief in the things that I knew that they were capable of doing. And this generation needs that more than ever. They really do. And I think that many times we're very misunderstood, man. And we just got, I'm just saying myself, I think we have to do a better job of trying to be there for our kids, man. Regardless of whether you think they should be like you or not. At some point they have to build their own individuality. They're not going to be perfect. I wasn't perfect growing up. My parents had a different mentality about that, but that's another story. It took me a long time to take myself out that mentality where, I was worried about what others thought. And that's actually probably why I had issues growing up, because of that. Because it was to a point where I was so self-conscious about everything I did and everything I said and everything I was doing. It's to a point that I was always concerned about what other people thought, and I had to grow out of it. Had to straight grow out of it. The times that it angers me that I may not be what I want to be in terms of, when I was growing up, that, I might have not had the attributes that some people had, including my dad at the time, and I felt some kind of way, man. I was like, wow, and then I had my doubts about my abilities to do things like that, for me to be like everybody else in terms of being athletic and stuff like that. That wasn't me. I strived to do it, but I didn't have the backing behind me to be able to motivate me to do it and do it more. That was another thing. And I've seen one of the things I've seen over the years was where families played favoritism with other kids. Places. I do get that later. Too many cars out there. And I think that actually hurts a lot of kids' esteem, man. And they're clearly seeing you doing it too, right? And where, oh my goodness gracious, you come on. Wow. And it hurts. I'm over it, but at the time it really did hurt me. Again, like I said before, it's what I call the good time scenario, where you raise maybe about 4 or 5 kids, about maybe 1 or 2 turn out right, but you're gonna roll with the one that actually, oh my God, these people cannot drive. You're gonna roll with the one you think, ooh, well, so and so's good. Well, other one, he had a problem. You don't put any emphasis in what all of your kids should be doing. You put emphasis in what that certain one you think will spark, because you think they are smarter than everybody else, and you doubt the abilities of the others. You're like, but this one, they ain't gonna make it for everybody. That mentality got to go, man. I'm sorry. This is why you have so many kids with problems trying to have any real character. And I know some people, what are you talking about? Well, yeah, I'm talking about it. But I'm saying in terms of building their esteem. But I think that only certain people can obtain greatness. No, everybody can obtain greatness. But you have to make sure that you build character in all children so that they will have a chance to build greatness within themselves. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because I've seen that happen. I've seen it happen in my own family. Where even when I was as young as 8 years old, man, I could see where family members had doubts about me. I mean, I'm talking about doubted abilities about me as a young boy. I saw it. I saw it firsthand. I saw who was going to be considered the favorite in the family. It was never me. I'll be honest. I didn't want to be a favorite. I wanted to be among the greats in the family. I mean, I don't mean like better than anybody else, but I wanted to be considered as good as anybody else. To be honest, it didn't look to be that way. Because early on, I wasn't considered somebody who was that bright. I'll be honest. Yes, I had a learning disability. I'm not ashamed of that. It's just what I had. But I know some of the things that caused it. What they call HDHD or something like HAHD, attention deficit disorder. I don't really have it, but but they called it learning disabilities at the time when I was coming up. And I do know for a fact that stress could be one of the reasons why you have it. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. I've been saying that for many, many years. One day I'll talk about that too. I mean, there's certain things right now I just don't feel comfortable talking about. I can, but I'm not. But yes, just want to let you know that despite what people think about your ideas and your dreams, you can always build yourself for greatness. You always have a chance. There's a chance that you can always have a chance to build greatness within yourself. Like I said, Tyler Perry is a shining example of that. Like him, I love him or hate him, I have a problem with that. That's I'm a big fan of his. But he learned to build greatness within him, and he didn't care about what other people thought about if he could or could not do it. He knew that he had the ability. He knew he believed in himself, and he knew he was going to achieve it one way or the other. It was in him, regardless of what people thought. Just like me, it was in me to not allow people to determine my greatness or how I get greatness, or determine whether. Let me rephrase that part. I was not going to allow anybody to determine my destination for me. I was not going to allow anybody to determine my self-worth, regardless of who they were. I was not going to let anybody label me or define my self-worth. Because if you do, they won. And if you believe in yourself, you have a better chance of winning. Because you don't give up. As long as you don't give up, man, that's the main thing. See, people love, and I know in our community, people love to see people fail. Yeah. And this is from people who don't build. People who never put themselves out there and took a chance and decided, hey, first thing first, my education, then my career, and then my family. See, we do it ass backwards. We do family, career, and education. That's the problem. That's a huge problem. You know. But you gotta start with the moderate and intelligent building blocks to get you where you need to be. You start with some bad building blocks, man, and go from Z back to A. That's what the problem is. You know, you have to build from first letter on up, or the first number on up. You gotta start below and work yourself up. You know, that's how you build. You're never going to build at being number one by starting at number one. You're going to build yourself up from, you know, the level, moving yourself up ahead. You know, Tyler Perry was, although it may have been something that he was born to do, which is what he's doing now, he had to build to get where he is. You know? Many people out there, whether it be in forms of entertainment, or whether it be in forms of law or teachings or professional ball players, you don't get where you at. You don't magically get to where you at the top, or get in any type of greatness by just magically start playing piano, or magically playing guitar, or magically playing basketball, or magically becoming an actor. No, you have to build on it. You start from zero and work your way up. You know, but while you building and while you working your way up, you never let anybody bring you down. That's the lesson of this story today. When you building up, never let anybody get in the middle of you building, because you'll always have somebody that'll try to break you down, or some goofy ass reason to try to make you feel down. And you should never let that happen. You should keep building, regardless of what people say. People always entitled to opinion. You know, they say opinion like assholes. Everybody got one. You know. And I want to say this, and I'm going to be done. People have said for years about all kinds of stuff about me. You don't even want to know what half the stuff they said about me. And a few things I've said back about them for saying it about me. You know. But I never let it stop me from doing what I got to do out here. I never let them change me. You know? Never. You know? To this day, and I can honestly say that with no fear of confrontation from family members. Even from my family members today have done it. You know, I help them out. They still talk shit. I'll help them out. Ain't enough. You know? And they always got something fucked up to say. But I keep on moving. You know why? Because I believe that no matter what what other people believe or say about me, and people say a lot of bullshit about me over the years, I have to keep allowing me to be me, not and allowing me to continue to define who I am as a man, and not worry about or give a damn about what anybody say about me. Because like I said again, if I do, they win. That's all there's to it. That's all there's to it. You just gotta keep on pressing on. You know. And when you can keep pressing on regardless of the adversity of other people who try to throw you under the bus, it shows your strong side. It shows that you can deal with something called life, because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's DJ Wolf. That's all I got to say right now. Horse questions or comments, Gmail. My Gmail email account is djwolflive@gmail.com. That's djwolflive@gmail.com. My other email address is djwolflive@aol.com. That's djwolflive@aol.com. Okay, guys and girls, it's DJ Wolf. Glad to be talking to you. Glad you give me an ear. Talk to you guys later. I'm out.